But yeah, though, that shit do be crazy, bro. Like a coveted position, coveted role, and they like market it as something like these young black women should try it to be or aspire to be, like instead of preaching family or getting a man for real.
Well, let's be real, because, bro, I'm gonna be real with you. When it comes to getting money for these women, they don't require too much self improvement. Be honest with you.
Getting money?
Yeah, when it comes some of these women, the way they get money, don't require too much self improvement. Like, what about Auntie went out there, became a stripper, invest in some real estate and all that? Like, yeah, you did all the right things with your money, but you didn't have to actually work a job.
It's always been easier for women to get a bag. What do you mean?
Yeah,
like,
but
the physical demand for them to get the same dollar as us was probably half.
Yeah, but I ain't gonna lie though. I ain't gonna lie though. I would rather deal with a woman who just, I'm gonna be real with you, who honestly worked a 9 to 5 before, knows what it is to commit to something. Then this always be for herself. Always did things only for herself. It's like, I'm gonna be real with you. A selfish girl, you can't really do nothing with, but have it as a business partner or make money with them. Like, if you try to make money or have a relationship with a selfish girl, it's just gonna be about her. And you're not gonna get married when you want. You're gonna get married when she wants. You're not gonna have kids when you wanted to. You're gonna have kids on her time, which might not be till she's like 35. You know how some of these dumbass women work. Bro, I know one right now that said, oh, I don't want one right now. Everybody else got one, but I can wait till I'm like 32. It's like,
32? What makes you think a nigga that you want is gonna want you at 32 versus his 22-year-old that he got on the back?
Exactly.
On the back burner, low key.
And it's just kind of like, bro, you can tell you've never actually did anything for nobody else. You never sacrificed. You never sacrificed for nobody else.
And that's kind of what I meant. You remember when that day we was low key getting into it when I was like, bro, a 32-year-old woman just can't, even a bad 32-year-old just can't, even her former self, just can't compete with her bad self at 22.
Yeah, that's true.
That's kind of just the point I was making. It was just like, baby, you could be bad at 32, but what makes you think that nigga you want, tall, successful, handsome, attractive, ain't gonna want that 22 version of you, or just another 22-year-old period? Like, you a bad 30, don't get me wrong, you look good, baby, for your age.
For your age.
For your age. But, man, I think these women just do kind of ignore the fact that it's probably best to look for that type of stuff early on.
It's a lifestyle. It's a lifestyle at some point.
You're right.
Because, like, bro, to come out to that type of selfishness to be like, oh, well, marriage doesn't define me.
Them, though.
Oh, who cares? I didn't have no kids. I'm like, yeah, you ain't never give yourself to nothing.
Bro, it's inbred in them in the home, and then it's reinforced in social media and what they see in society.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they seen their mom just kind of be like, fuck a man, I'm going to do it without a man.
Bro, I ain't gonna real with you. Nah, some of them don't even got that. Most of them don't got that excuse.
What you mean? Go ahead.
Like, look, some of them done seen their mom settle down, though. A good amount of them done seen their mom work, settle down, and be cool. Some of them had dad in their lives and all that, but their dad just pushed them to, be overly educated.
Okay.
So, in that right there, she never had the chance to, I be real with you, to really understand family. Because sometimes when you got family, you kind of take it for granted. When you don't have family, you kind of understand the importance of it. So there's a lot of women who had family, who you had both your mom and dad. Your mom took that commitment, became a wife and all that. But some reason you're looking down on what your mom and your grandparents did that brought you here. And you're not wanting to replicate that what got you here. And you feel like you're so great, then why aren't you trying to do the things or replicate what made you great? Why are you over here trying to mix it all up? Like, you ain't come from a 2-parent household, but you'll live the rest of your life, have a kid out of nowhere, and be a single mother.
Well, some of that has to be due to just the rhetoric and the agenda push nowadays. The feminist movement kind of preaching equality between men and women. So they might even be getting a message from home, from their parents that say, yeah, no, chase that career. Go to college. Do your 4 years. Do your 8 years. Don't worry about it, man. He'll be there at the end.
Yeah.
Worry about your career. And like you said, they might have came from there. They came from that 2-parent home. That's just what's preached nowadays.
Yeah.
Like, that's just what people are telling people.
It's kind of crazy, though, because they tell people that irresponsibly, though. Because if I told my daughter, hey, yo, look, focus on this and that, but understand that you'd be giving up this. Like, hey, if you want to have a
Bro, every time I tell her focus on this and that, I'm
Yeah.
hitting her with that on the back end. But understand this is what it's probably gonna come with.
Yeah, but a lot of people just make that one sign sound so good. Oh, you get an education, you're gonna have money. Oh, and the guys is gonna, bro, they're damn near talking like they daughters, like they're men. Like, oh yeah, you get your education, you get your money. The guys are just gonna come rolling in, and when it's like that for their brother, but it's not like that for them, that they kind of get mad. They're like, oh, these men are effed up. What's wrong with them? And all that, because the women are responding appropriately to a man who grinded it out, who ended up successful, but for some reason the men are not responding to her how she like her, with her being successful and her success. And why? Because, well, let me be real with you, to reach that type of success takes a certain type of selfishness. Like, and it's kind of hard to see a woman like that, as useful as she is in business, contributing to a family or in society in a good way. Because you could have a business, right? But what's your business? Like, does your business contribute to society? Do you have employees, or do you just like have a sole proprietor? Do you just I really want to know, how do these women, if you're not gonna have a kid or a family, what's a business that you do that contributes to society? How are you like promoting the economy? How are you hiring people to help families out? Because if you can't sacrifice in that way, then tell me how you're going to sacrifice or serve your country or serve your people, serve your community in another way. Or you just forever live a selfish lifestyle.
Now you cooked on that one, but you're right. Like at some point, there does have to be a turn in the mentality for the average modern female, because if you follow what everybody else is doing and if you follow what they're preaching, bro, you're going to go down that career path. You're going to go down that me first, that selfish route. And the family that you think you can get at the finish line might not always be available.
But here's the sad
That nigga's already linked up with his one or two baby moms.
But when niggas is grinding, bro, like we think about the family that we'll one day have. When women is grinding, they're thinking about the Mercedes Benz and the trip to Maui that they want.
The Birkin that they can buy.
Yeah, it's
the passport that they can fill.
It's like, if y'all really gonna chase success for such an empty reason, then it's best y'all not even do it at all. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I know it sounds messed up. Like, you telling me I shouldn't want to go get that? I'm like, I promise you, a family will give you more fulfillment than a Birkin bag you're going to get bored with in a month.
Too. You know, it's so funny, too, when I really think about it. And this is going to sound bad, but I think we know single fathers are better parents than single mothers. But even a single mother that's getting some money, I would say even the affluent single mother, she's breeding weak children, weak men.
Yeah.
Soft men, soft ass, spoiled ass, baby boy ass niggas. I told you about that girl on Twitter. I think OnlyFans girl,
dog.
Bro. She had her 6-year-old in her fucking stroller. Talk about, well, he complains when he has to walk too far.
Bro,
I'm not gonna make him walk.
I'm gonna be real with you. We got
I'm not gonna put my son under the same abuse our parents put her under. Abuse walking.
All right, well, don't we got a friend with a little sus friend who came from a single mom that was a doctor. You know what I'm talking about, right? Yeah, and look how that turned out.
Friend through a friend. I can't really claim that. I can't really claim that, nigga.
Yeah, but due to that, like, bro, I had a doctor as a single mother. Look how he turned out.
Feminine as hell.
Yeah, feminine as hell.
Had everything you wanted growing up, probably.
Bro, all the shoes, that could have been Nike, bro. It could have been me. It could have been anybody.
Shit, grew up with my grandma, my mom, my 2 older sisters, nigga.
Yeah, so success don't raise a kid, it maintains a nigga.
What?
Like, it don't, like, bro, all that money you giving your kid, you spoiling your son, that's not gonna make him a better man. It's not gonna make him a better person. It's gonna make him a very spoiled individual. Like, even when this one OnlyFans girls brag to me, like, oh, my son got his own apartment out there in LA, he got a car and all this. And I'm like, you're giving all this to your son, but what does he have to do for work? Oh, he's never gonna have to work a day in his life and all this. And I'm just like, damn, well, you just killed your bloodline. Then I'm like, he's in LA.
You making him
with a whole bunch of money,
right?
Bro, he probably gay by now. I ain't gonna lie.
Gay or addicted to drugs?
Yeah, addicted to drugs.
Pills or lean.
That's what I'm saying. Like, bro, don't have to work to go for an apartment. You have to work for his job. Honestly, it'd been better off for you to never did OnlyFans. You'd have been a regular mom and let your kid get raised a regular way. He'd turn out a better person.
That's how I always said I was gonna raise my kid. Right when they're coming up, if we got them, or when we have the money, it's gonna be somewhere they gotta earn. And I like Shaq's philosophy. I'm not gonna say I'm gonna do it exactly, but you ever heard of Shaq's philosophy?
What's up? What do you say?
You know, Shaq's damn near a billionaire. He's saying his kids gotta get a degree to get a piece of the pie. Get a degree, I think start a business or something like that.
Yeah. Start a business that he'll fund.
Not pretty much not gonna just let them be trust fund ass kids where you just get this money just for being an
My
O'Neal.
kid.
Yeah, an O'Neal.
Yeah, like just because you're my kid, you get this money. Yeah, that's not very smart.
Shit, you know Jackie Chan shit. You heard of that, right?
Yeah, Jackie Chan had
He said
to.
I ain't giving none of my 500 million to nothing.
Boy, did
My
that
kids ain't
look.
getting nothing.
Not because I'm gonna be real with you, and it's the craziest thing, bro. Because you remember the story between Jackie Chan's kid. Who spoiled his son?
You probably know more than me. Who?
The mother.
Really?
Yeah, the mother spoiled the son. Jackie Chan, of course, he got to spoil his wife or the baby mom or whatever. Of course, he got to do what he got to do. And she would take that money and give her son anything.
Right.
Spoiling that kid all the way up to since he was like an adult, a young adult, because now he didn't straighten out now. He's good now. But from 0 to 18, he was a pretty reckless ass person because he never had to earn anything. Mom was just running him them checks. And this is what mom was doing. When Jackie Chan finally stepped in there when this kid was older and was like, yeah, bro, you're fucking up. I'm not doing shit for you. This when this man straightened out. So females with money don't even make good men. Sure, I vouch it don't even make good daughters.
Yeah, low key a spoiled ass little brat.
Man.
On both sides, daughter or son. It's worse for the male side, of course, but I would say, yeah, I'd agree. They ain't making a good I would say a humble kid in any way.
Like I remember there was this one Instagram I seen where there's a single mom who had 2 black boys, and you know what she did?
What's that?
She did everything for these boys, and then framed it as they did it for themselves. Oh yeah, all of them they got their own clothing. They do drop shipping. They do this, and
She started all their businesses and funded them completely.
And then when the boys finally took care of things themselves, what happened to that business? Failed. Because your mom put in all the hard work. Your mom told you to do this and that, and that seemed like you never figured anything out yourself.
That's sad.
It's like, I can understand you wanting to help your kid, help like fund a dream, but you gotta make sure this kid came up with his dream on his own. Like you gotta let him be a man. Like, okay, if you really want to fund your kid, mothers, make sure he comes up with something on his own. Make sure he has a business plan and everything. It's not just no bullshit you're entertaining that you don't believe is gonna work. Make sure he goes through the grind and whatever he wants to do, it be sports or business, or maybe he want to be a musician. You can fund that, but make sure he has an actual purpose, and you're not just funding anything he's doing. He has to show you the work. Cause some of y'all just be tossing checks in every direction and then get mad when they don't know nothing or they have no talents. But you done put them through all these classes though, but you never made them stick with none of them. I'll tell you one thing, bro. Anything my mom put money into, I had to stick to it.
I'm not gonna lie. I'll be honest. It was, but I think this is a part of growing up. Like, I definitely had to complete the season or complete the trial or complete the class or whatever she signed me up for. But my childhood was a lot of trials and errors. I tried t-ball, tried soccer, tried basketball, tried boxing, tried karate. What else? Obviously the music side, did drums, guitar for a little bit.
You know what's funny though? I did all those. It was kind of fun. I never took none of them seriously until my mom got involved, until my dad got involved. Until one of them two got involved, that's when I had to take it serious. Cause now
what do you mean involved? Like showing up, like encouraging
investing.
you.
Yeah, showing investment. It'd be through time. It'd be through buying me equipment. Cause a lot of these things I tried on my own. Like,
but I'll be honest, like, okay, my bad.
Because I go to the rec center, the rec center and all that. You can try all that shit for free.
Yeah.
But the shit that I'll take seriously, where I have to go through the school and organization, and my parents put in, those are the things I low-key take serious.
Yeah, that for me, it was like my mom was doing that, but I don't know. I think the ones that, when you say take investment and take interest, the ones that I went the furthest in was the sports that I played, and my mom was on the sideline.
Exactly, yup. The sports I went crazy in was the sports that my mom just bought me the shoes for. Man, she would be damn near trying to buy a camp. Mm-hmm. Yes, they serious.
Yeah.
But
soccer I took pretty seriously just because like it make me happy when my mom was on the sideline and I'm like playing my hardest or trying and I'm making plays and shit. Basketball too, like.
I don't know. I had to always it was more of a Cause my parents work too much. So they was never on most of my sideline on the game.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
So,
that's exactly what I'm saying. So the sports that the other sports that I fell off on, my mom wasn't able to make it.
Yeah, so I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna be real with you. Like, the reason why I ain't fall off like this, like wrestling, even though my mom never really made to none of my matches, I just look down, look at these shoes, and be like, that's her right there.
Right.
That's her right there, man. That's all she needs to do. I got to handle the rest.
Bro, I wish I had that perspective as a kid. I kind of needed my mom physically. Well, I ain't even gonna lie. I might sound like a little hoe ass nigga, but I kind of needed my mom physically there on the sideline. Or like some support. Like my sister would show up sometimes, you know what I'm saying?
Man.
Even when my stepdad bitch ass would show up, it wasn't like that's just what I had in my family was women. But even when my stepdad bitch ass would show up on the sideline.
My stepdad told me some cut ass shit, bro. If he said if you need your mommy to be there, then you ain't ready for this. I was like, damn. I was like, damn.
Yeah.
And that's all he told me, and he just left. He said your mom ain't gonna be there if you need your mom for this, you ain't ready. I'm just like,
damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. I ain't gonna lie. I probably needed to hear that as a kid.
I was sick when I heard that shit. I was like, damn.
I ain't gonna lie.
But I think my parents always had a really good way of setting expectations, good or bad.
Yeah.
Good or bad.
I think my mom managed as best as she could, but, you know, kind of just, I wish my stepdad was able to step up in that type of way, giving me that.
Pep talk, like, yeah.
Or just them words that a kid be needing sometimes. Like, kids are smart. Like,
yeah.
You don't got to mince words with the kids. You can give it to them straight sometimes, and they'll put it together.
And walk off.
Yep. Like, all right, now process that.
All right, like, and do they want to be a baby about it, or do they want to build some mental toughness? It's up to them at the end of the day.
Especially sometimes, when you're talking about a son.
Yeah.
Like, tell that nigga what it is. Like, look, your mom ain't going to be here, and I ain't going to be here every time. Like, shit.
You got to be able to
ball out, nigga.
You got to be able to perform either way. It's like, cause let's be real, bro. I remember that nigga explained it like, what you mean? So when your when your mom died, what, you just gonna stop trying that life?
Man, you know what's crazy? I was having this debate with one of my girls because she was really on my ass about, you know, I told her I want 10 plus kids. Like, and she was just like, what? And I was just like, yeah. And she was like, well, if you're having kids at that rate, or I think I said that, and then she's like, well, what's the latest you would have a kid? I was like, it's like a pop one out. And she was just like, well, isn't that kind of selfish that by the time that kid be 18 and just now starting his life, you'd probably be ready to get on up out of here? And I was just like, no,
not at all.
How is it selfish? It was generous me bringing this nigga into this world.
Oh God, and raising him 18 years,
bro. And I've been and I said, bro, I've been giving this nigga the game, the pimping, the ism for 18 plus years. This nigga knows how to carry on.
And I'm gonna be real with you. I remember one of the reasons why I said I'd like to do this YouTube stuff, because let's say I did have a kid like that. Let's say I did have a kid at 50, right?
Trying to tell me it's selfish to have a kid at that age.
I'm gonna be real with you. It's not, because like, look what you're doing now, my G. Is like, dog, if you had a kid at 50, and you know, by the time that nigga 20, you gonna be 70 and old, bro. This nigga can hop online and figure out, well, how my dad think at this age? When I was going through this, what was he doing? How did he think? Well, he can go online and look at this right now. So even if YouTube goes, we'll still have recordings on the computers and all that.
Facts.
So at the end of the day, yeah, I can always raise my kid through, well, shout out to YouTube. Man, them niggas always gonna know what I'm saying. Them niggas always gonna know my stances, how I felt about things with single mothers, dating, how I think with how I stood politically.
Right.
My kids will always be able.
Bro, you know what's funny? In 20, 30 years, it's gonna be the same game, different name.
Man, it's gonna be a beautiful
same game, different players.
Man, it's gonna be a beautiful thing. Man. Had a nice little we got a decent little podcast.
20 minutes or so.
All right, we can go ahead and post that one. All right, man. We had to give out a little podcast real quick, behind the scenes, Setting Key Media.
I know what's up, man.
Man, we'll see y'all next behind the scenes. Peace.